Okay, good. Good morning. Welcome, everyone. It was a bit of a reminder. We were kind of finishing up the um, yeah, contemplations on impermanence and death, and what are the kind of like the drawbacks if we don't contemplate it. So now we talk about the benefits. We talk about, okay, how can we make something positive out of this? So, and somehow it can be freeing, but yeah, we'll see. We get to it. So we make sure we have a comfortable place to sit, relaxing our body so the body doesn't become um, a distraction. So I think we can do it for 30 minutes to kind of find this comfortable position, relaxing our muscles, releasing any tension that we have in our legs, in our back, our shoulders, arms, neck, and then also our facial muscles, our eyes. Relax the eyes. Release the jaw. And then bring our focus to our breath. Whether we notice it or not, we're breathing. So the breath is there. So we can just observe it. Watching our stomach expand with the inhale and then contract with our exhale. Helping to bring our focus inside, bringing our attention to our mind. So we're just going to watch the breath, watch the inhale, watch the exhale, the expansion, contraction of the abdomen for about a minute, calming the mind. Nothing else to do. No thoughts to chase. No pain in the knee to observe. Just the breath. And then we think about our motivation. What is motivating us today to meditate? Maybe it's the mind. Maybe it's how interesting and intriguing the mind is. What is this thing called mind that we talk about? How we study it, how we try to decipher it and understand it. The science of the mind. So today we'll study this mind in the context of death and impermanence. But what are the benefits of contemplating impermanence? So we can think about it, right? Remembering impermanence, and even with just like a moderate understanding of Dharma, we see that our friends and our wealth, they can't accompany us or provide any benefit at any time when death occurs. If we can see that, then we can lessen any attachment that we have. And if we can lessen our attachment, then our minds can be focused more clearly. And we can see that only inner development that's acquired through, our practice of Dharma, that's a benefit at the time of death. These are the benefits. So I guess you could say it's kind of extracting the essence of life or giving purpose to life, that we contemplate this fact of impermanence, because nothing else is really a means to an end. So what does it mean? Like, if we can recall impermanence, then our actions today, tomorrow, the next day, they become beneficial. because then you um, then you develop a strong desire to practice and meditate. And if we're practicing and meditating, then um, all the realizations will come, all the realizations along the path, and then these kind of reinforce each other, and they become a motivation and give you energy. Or what if you think that if you remember impermanence, it gives you the feeling that something's going to change. And if something's going to change, you get a little anxious, right? So you think about like there's a friend that's going to come visit you. So there's a bit of excitement. Maybe they're coming from out of town, maybe not. Maybe you have to pick them up, or you're preparing a meal for them, or you're just going to meet them out uh, in town. So there's this excitement around the change, this anxiousness. So this is kind of the excitement that we're looking for in our practice. So when we remember impermanence and we see that this life is not going to last forever, it's not going to actually last that long, and it helps us develop a strong desire to act now because we have to act now because this is the chance. We don't know what chances we have in the future. We have this opportunity to practice, to meditate. We have this opportunity to purify any negative karma that we've accumulated. And this is energizing. It's kind of a freedom of the mind when we have this contemplation of impermanence. Because we know whatever state we're in now, good or bad, it's going to change. And there's always an opportunity. Kind of reminds me of a book I was recently reading about evolution. And the book is essentially saying that through evolution, um, we've domesticated ourselves into a house, and we have less and less time, less and less free time. And before the domestication, we were hunters and gatherers, and they're arguing that we had more time. We had less things. We had less things owning us. So we probably can't go back to that time and become hunters and gatherers again, but by remembering impermanence, we start this uh, freedom of thought, freedom of the mind. So what happens then? So let's say, we have this thought about impermanence and death, and it's inspiring for us. So then it enhances our practice because then our delusions, they get shaken. They kind of get shaken off. And if you're caught up in the worldly pleasures, then you start to remember impermanence, the strength of your grasping. It's gonna weaken, and you think, why do I want this? What am I grasping at? This object is impermanent. I'm impermanent. What's so vitally important about all of this? So it seems logical that, having this view of impermanence, then, it reduces the attachment. Seems quite logical. But it also decreases our pride, decreases our hatred, our jealousy. So we can think like this. It's quite simple and quite logical. We think, I am impermanent, and the object of my attachment is impermanent. The other person is impermanent, and our relationship is impermanent. All things are impermanent. So why should I be attached to them? I mean, just look at our relationships, right? So go way, way back. Go to your grade school. You think about all the friends. Yeah, maybe some of them weren't friends, but the people you knew, the kids you knew. And then you went to the next school. You get a little older. You exchange a few of those friends. You go to the next school, next class. A few more exchanges of friends. Some come, some go. Get a little older. Your school is over. You start working. Have some new friends. Then you get into your 30s. You have some new friends and acquaintances that come and go with various hobbies. And then you fast forward to present day. And now you have some of those old friends might still be in your realm, some of them not. And there's a whole bunch of other new ones that you've encountered. So these relationships, they're incredibly impermanent. People coming and going all the time. I feel like it's a nice way to think about karma. You know, karma with all these people. But that karma, it it lasts for, maybe a week or maybe 50 years. So we have different karma with different people. And sometimes people that we haven't had a relationship with in 20 years, they just pop back into our lives. So the karma comes back. So we can think like, all of these petty struggles, hopes and fears that they're part of like our ordinary view. They can just fade into nothing when they're overshadowed by this recognition of impermanence. And it's not that they don't exist. They do exist. They're just not permanent. So they are important, but there should be no attachment, nothing to be attached to, nothing to fear, nothing to be jealous of. So why not for the coming week when you meet your friends, your acquaintances, family, whomever, think about the relationship and think about its impermanence and see if you can see how the mind lightens. It's not disregarding, but how it lightens and becomes so appreciative of the relationship in the light of impermanence. And then when you do your daily meditation, meditate on that. Meditate on that contemplation and that feeling. And so we dedicate this meditation through our practice to impermanence, uh, especially to all of those that have passed. We dedicate that they have a precious rebirth, precious human rebirth, that um, all of our teachers, they have long lives and return in future lives to teach us and continue to teach us so that we can become fully enlightened Buddhas, freeing all sentient beings from the suffering of samsara. Thank you, everyone.
Jeff, thank you.